Good morning, everybody. Happy Hump Day here, 2019, the first one. And there's Missy Jenn firing up the old coffee there. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, everybody.
Already been out to the store?
Yeah, I went out to the store and some other things.
Focus on, bitch. There we go.
Run my errands for today. Take care of business.
Take care of business. Well, I've got to start taking care of business now because Missy Jenn's been really patient around here. There's some bull work to be done on the Rancho.
That's right.
Today. So let's go outside, Jen, and check out what we need to do.
Work,
Look at how excited she loves that when I'm working hard here. Not sitting on the R's, right? Giddy up, giddy up. Crack that whip. There's the Georgie. Georgie, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? You protecting your food from those crows and birds that come down and try to steal your food? What are you doing? Let's go get them. Come on. Let's go. All right. See, yesterday I got out here and I cut all the grass. We decided to leave the lights up, the colored ones on the pergola here. I think it looks nice at night, especially if you're sitting out on a deck on a nice night. I got all this cleaned up back here. I'd have to say it's looking pretty doggone good. Big place back here. Still, after many years, haven't figured out. I've been here 6 years. I figured out these. Oh. Millie Vanilli next door. Figured out what I'm going to do with this. Back here we did remove the fig tree back there in the corner that was next to the apple tree, so hopefully the apple tree will have a better go. That's a really old apple tree. Cleaned up a bit around the orchard yesterday too. This is becoming very productive. I'll probably deep six this mower. I've kept this going for 6 years. Yeah, I could have fun rebuilding it, but what's the point? I got a nice new one. There's just, you reach a point in life where you got to stop messing around with stuff, and that's the lawnmower that refused to die, and that's a great mulching mower. I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. Big issue that with the carburation, it has all that early anti-pollution control crap on it, which you know, all has to be bypassed, and everything had to be wired in by me down here to do that for years. There are orange trees here. They're Washington Navel. I want to top cut these. I don't want these to just grow indefinitely high. Here's our Trevita orange. I haven't tried that yet. Got a couple of them on here. Look at this thing, is just loaded with lemons. I'm gonna start drinking some lemonade on there. But I need to go today and get the sprayer, because I don't want to, in another 3 weeks, this peach tree is gonna come into blossom. Yes, believe it or not, January, February. And I need to spray for peach leaf curl. I also need to spray the plum trees. This is the elephant heart plum. Had basically you can see the funky leaves from last year after all that disastrous peach leaf curl disease. I did also prune that last year, so I need to get the sprayer to put the copper sulfide on that. And that prevents peach leaf curl disease. So, got to do both of these. And then we have the pear tree. I don't think that's susceptible. Pear trees get fire blight. We have our 2 varieties of cherry here, the Bing cherry, and then I think this is a Stella, yeah, which is good for fertilizing. This is the sour orange. Seville sour orange tree is getting way too tall. I want to top cut this. And if you're going to make English style marmalade, you need to have sour oranges. Okay, so that's exactly why we have the tree, but I want to keep it very small. There's our Valencia juice tree. So I need to go get the sprayer today. You can see our Kushu mandarins These things are really tasty here. You can almost open them up right here. Just delicious. I was excited. These things are really tasty. This is the Palestine orange tree here, and this is like the market variety of the Middle East. You also call it Israeli Samoto orange, and these were really tasty. Not a lot of them, but real nice. I'm going to top cut this too. And then we have our wonderful, this is our super productive Robertson Navel. But over here we've had the problem with, this is just getting too big. It's too nasty, this persimmon, so I need to cut this way down to size. Branches broke up here, so I'm gonna have to go down. I got my Sawzall, and I'm gonna really carefully, I gotta be careful putting a ladder up here. I don't want to fall off a ladder from 15, 18 feet. But I've got to get this tree cut down to size, so it's not so big here. You can still see some persimmon. So I need to go to the store first, and I need to get a new sprayer because our old sprayer broke down. Just was defective. They just don't build stuff very well, and I don't want to use one of the big backpack ones. And I also need to get some fresh Sawzall wrecker blades to hopefully take care of the tree. Going to be an interesting day. I am back. I got the copper fungicide, and this is organic stuff. This doesn't hurt anything. We don't use any heavy sprays or anything on the fruit trees, but you do need this to fight the peach leaf curl. So I got that. Instead of getting the sprayer, I'll just spray it. It's still small enough I can hit all the trees and use that. Okay, so that's the first thing I got. Missy Jenn's getting set up over here. And then I got some new Sawzall wrecker blades. And these are real nice ones. Multi-material. I can't tell you how many of these I used in renovating this, stripping everything and cutting studs and doing all the work that I did around here. Right, Missy Jenn?
Good.
That's good. You got that set. So there's the tree. We have to be very careful with the ladder because these trees are notoriously brittle, these branches. And you can be up there with a ladder and all of a sudden snap, you're gone.
Whole tree would go.
The whole tree, well, not only the whole tree, but you know, there's a lot of rot up here.
It's rotten.
Yeah. It's a very old persimmon trees. So we're going to try to take it low. We have to be careful we don't crush any cars or crush anything on the out there on the driveway. If I judge it's going to be too crazy, I'll just call my Vietnamese gardener I hired and fired 5 times over the years. Okay. Yeah, my Vietnamese gardener who I've hired and fired 5 times over the years. Every time I fire him for being lazy, his daughter calls me and cries that he needs to work. So I got too much heart. So, all right, let's get to it. We got to try to keep this balanced too. Watch where you're throwing them. Watch where you're throwing them things. Missy Jenn's going nuts over there. All right, I got to get my gloves on and I got to get the extension ladder. Maximum safety. Safety glasses, big leather gloves here. I'm going to try to use the step ladder where possible for more safety because of 4 points of stability on the ground. I don't want to really bone myself up with this job. So Missy Jenn will see me on the ground. We'll try to establish where our first cut's going to be. And we got no power here. We can't plug into that because that's time dependent on darkness.
Hello, darkness, be thy friend.
That's a timer
There is no darkness in the land.
Not real happy about this, but it's got to be done. need them, huh? Coats 9500 coming at you. Pretty successful that first cut, Missy Jenn. I guess we'll grab this bad boy. We have to be careful it doesn't twist back so you can get a better position over here with the camera. Immediately go out to the road there and pull that around. Okay? All right, see you guys in a bit. Progress on the tree of doom. We're down to some, gotta really be careful with this last cut because I don't want to hit this guy's pickup truck sitting out there. Probably won't, but it pays to be cautious. This should be good. I'll take this down another 4 or 5 feet or so. We'll get some logs and we'll let the new growth sprout from a low level. It'll be much easier to manage in the future, and it'll be much easier to pick the fruit, right, Missy Jenn? Yeah. We'll get some nice logs too out of this, but we got to do our final top cuts, and we got to do that very carefully over there. But so far, so good. All right, picking up the last of the persimmons. Probably hurt this orange tree a little bit, but it'll bounce back. So There goes Missy Jenn. Woo! The wind up and the pitch. There we go. Home run over the fence. Whew, catching my breath. Let me tell you, that was an interesting last cut, that one over the side. That big one right up there, I didn't want that to flip over. And actually one of the branches, as it was going down, and that thing's probably 200 pounds of weight going down, one of the branches got stuck under the top of the ladder, and it started lifting the ladder with me off the ground like a catapult. And I thought, oh shit, I'm gonna go launching through the air here like some kind of trebuchet, like a damn Halloween pumpkin, and end up over in the truck over there. Thank God it only went about 3 feet off the ground. I was able to maintain my balance. Now all we have to do is further cut some logs here and stack them, and then take care of the smaller cuts. The tree of doom. Okay, just about done all the cutting, and I think you'll agree it looks pretty good. This will all re-sprout. These trees are very strong. They have a very big root system, and this will put out plenty of new growth from the top side there, and it'll be very manageable. And it'll be a much more attractive tree instead of this big mess that's dropping lots of persimmons and mess out here in the alley every harvest time. Not too much got damaged. I think this will be okay. The orange tree, a little bit of the persimmon got in here. You see that? Birds have been eating them. But I think the shape is really good. We got a lot of cleanup work to do. I'm going to stop. I'm going to top cut these orange trees, these citrus trees, because I don't want them to just keep growing willy-nilly to become huge trees. Getting some nice sized logs. You can see this is pretty good. This is pretty good wood here. This persimmon wood. It's very dense and it's very heavy, and that's good size logs. So the Sawzall, as usual, makes short work of that. So, all right, gonna get on with the spraying and the other work. Took a little break, get a couple oranges. Man, there's nothing like pulling oranges off of your own tree and enjoying them. You can see I'm cutting up the logs over here from the tree. Let me show you what else I've accomplished. I had to stop doing the cutting up. These are big logs. These things weigh a lot. You don't look like it, but they're pretty hefty. I went ahead and top cut the citrus trees. This one I'm going to give a little more. This Palestinian orange, this Samuto orange, I'm going to give a little more, allow that to go a little higher. Covers up a little of the ugliness of that. This whole side has to be resided on the shine shack. I guess that'll be a summer project. See, it's starting to get a little gappy. In here. It's got some rottenness in there. Needs to be taken care of, needs to be tended to. There's always something to do on a Rancho. It also cut a tiny bit on the Valencia, and certainly cut a lot on this Seville orange here. Brought that down to a good height. Can't really do too much to pick up a lot of this waste debris until our green can gets emptied to the Christmas tree. And you can see these have been neatened up over here. Now, it's important today that I get to spraying these trees, and I'm gonna do that now. See a lot of those old rotten leaves in there. That's what peach leaf curl does. All right, it should be a very productive year. Let me get the sprayer out. Got little handheld, little single-use, double-use ones. A lot easier, gives more precision measuring than me measuring. All right, so I'm going to take care of that. All right, the important thing is this stuff has to be sprayed on before it's rainy time. I'm just trying to hit all of the branches here. I don't want to inhale any of it. We don't have a lot of wind today. It's a good day for spray. Get a good even coating. Then when the rain comes, we won't get that curling. That'll be nice. Okay. Everything is soaked in pretty good. I tried to do as much as possible, as thorough a job. And I do have enough left. I'll come back to the peach and plum trees in another few weeks just to hit that a second time. And hopefully that will do the trick. You can already see the budding there. Lots of little buds. Won't be long. February will be in bloom. Got all the big branches dragged in from around, you know, where they fell into the alley. Brought them all over here. So trimmed the citrus trees, sprayed the stone fruit trees. Now I've got to get in here with the Sawzall and try to get these de-branched and de-logged. You can see the pile that Missy Jenn has already started over here. So I'm getting tired, running out of steam. Big pile. I want to thank you all for watching today. I'm not going to bore you with the huge job of reducing this pile down to smaller logs, which we will happily burn for our outdoor fire pits. Very nice to have that. Some nights when it's cold in winter, it's a really beautiful thing. The tree is taken care of. You can see that behind me. It's all in really good shape for springtime when it'll burst out. It'll get leafed out real good. I guarantee you by the end of September there'll be lots of upper growth there, and it'll be a very manageable fruit tree instead of an out of control fruit tree that's causing cars to skid on the alley and a real mess over there. I'll say this, end this, and I'll leave on this note for Marshall, Elvis. If and when you come out to the Rancho, this is a working Rancho, take a look. You'll be pitching in too, brother, and pulling your weight around here. Woo! Thanks, everybody.